I'm James Clarendon from Red Fly Studio. I was the Special Interactions lead on Mushroom Men. I worked closely with the lead programmer and the lead designer to go over all various events within the game, and I'm going to show you the introduction right now. This has Les Claypool's voiceover here. He worked with us hard on the game and gave us a bunch of good tunes.
The mushrooms knew nothing of life but family, growth, and prosperity. But more sinister forces were at work. And then the war began. They came without warning, destroying everything in their path. The village elders knew they would not survive. Only one sporling remained, hidden by the elders away from the brutal invaders. The entire tribe, save that sporling, was decimated. The mushroom wandered in this unfamiliar world. Too young to remember his home, he knew nothing of his own tribe. The Pax was lost. Until now.
Pax, the small mushroom of the Bolide tribe who's been evacuated at the last moment. We have all the mushrooms that have come alive due to the meteorite storm that passed over Earth. The scientists told us that there'd be no problems or anything like that, but science was wrong. And here we have Pax arriving at a new village, also of Bolides. And this is where the adventure is going to begin. So we've got a beautiful world here. I think we really pushed the Wii beyond what many people thought the Wii was capable of. But if you look at it, there's a lot of depth in the textures, the characters, the animations, everything right there. The lighting has been done really well. We've got a lot of particle effects. We've got a lot of interesting colors, and it's bright, it's vibrant, it's a good, exciting world. So we do have a user-controlled camera here. We do make intelligent choices for you when needed. We've got control of the character based on the nunchuck. This is one of the Les Claypool tracks that was provided for us. What we added in lieu of what many platformers don't have is we actually have a pretty deep combat system. And now we're going to introduce the scab system, where the player can build their own weapons, with each different weapon having different attack types, different values, different uses, depending on the situation. And we'll have to go over and break open those little bubble caps to find out what little goodies are inside. In that first one, I picked up a razor blade. We've got bubble gum. Got a collectible up there. There's lots of collectibles strewn out throughout the game, not only to offer unlocks for special abilities, which we'll talk about later, but also to unlock concept art in the gallery. There we go. Got a thimble there in that last one. Back over here, he's going to introduce the scab system and how it works, and how we'll go about building our first weapon. So here we've got a gear screen listing, showing silhouettes of all the different weapon types that you'll be able to get in the game. And each of the weapon types are divided into a type. There's thrusting, which are good for targeting aerial enemies, focusing on a single attack target. We've got slashing weapons, which are usually good for area of effect, wiping out a bunch of people around you. And then last, they list the items that are required for it and what you have to build the item with. So for example, I have the razor blade for the Occam's razor, but I haven't picked up the stick or the thread yet. We'll pick that up in a later level. So we've arrived at the village right before a festival of sorts, and there's a few things they have to do before they can actually kick things off. My first task here in this sort of rolling tutorial is going to be to wipe out these disgusting little flies. With my new stick and my ability to jump, key to a platformer, I'm going to go whack those flies. Just a quick flick of the wrist is all it takes to generate an attack. Each of the different weapon types has a different set of combos associated with them. Now I'm going to have to knock out these fireflies out of that little cage. Now to get there, I can't use my regular jump. I'm going to have to use another ability we've got, the cap glide. In lieu of the double jump, which many other games use, we use this cap glide idea, whereby Mushroom Man can actually extend his cap, blow it out, and hold onto it, and use it sort of as a gliding tool to get to faraway areas. So here we go. The second press, we did a glide, and again. Here we go. And things are getting ready for the festival now. One of the things I'd like to point out is, if you'll notice the wings on the fireflies are actually moving to a beat. We'll talk about the metronome more that runs throughout the whole game, that many of the aspects of the game are actually tied to. If you'll notice, we don't have much of a on-screen interface going on there. There's no health meter or anything like that. The extent that we've got is the pointer, which will indicate context-sensitive areas that you can interact with, as well as your current score charge. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we're going to go toe-to-toe with Mr. Brunt here first. We've got a blocking mechanic with the Z button on the nunchuck. And we've got a roll with the C button. Nope, he got me. Now, as we noticed, remember I mentioned we don't have much of an on-screen interface, but we've got Pax's health represented by his cap. As he takes damage, parts of his head will actually get knocked off. Let's go and hit one of these things for a quick piece of spore goo, which will pop out. That'll actually restore parts of his cap. We took Mr. Brunt out, so now it's my turn to pick up the trophy. And here we're going to learn a little bit about what makes Pax so unique. I get to hold this trophy, which is going to be this meteorite chunk sitting up here. But this is where things get interesting. The weird thing about Pax is that he actually consumes the meteor chunks and no one can understand why, and it's going to be the player's job to find out what the source of that mystery is. Throughout the course of the game, you'll actually be finding a bunch of these meteorite chunks, and you can get a total of 81 throughout the course of the game. I won't spoil it for you what happens if you get them all, but once you reach certain points, you'll actually get upgrades to your ability, or to your character, sort of indicating the mystery of what all these meteorites are actually.